Welcome back to the Arkansas Dynasty here on College Football 25. We're going to be playing Florida here in our first game this episode. As you guys saw probably yesterday in real life, Arkansas did not have a good time against the Oklahoma State Cowboys, losing a heartbreaker. We actually played really well, but we don't need to talk about that game too much because it's just going to make me mad. Honestly, it's going to piss me off talking about that game because it should have been an easy win for the Hogs. We absolutely dominated that game, but you know what? That's just how things go when you're dealing with the Arkansas Razorbacks. We're going to take a look at the season stats real quick. We've got 3 games remaining in our season. We're going to be facing off against number 9 Florida in our first game, and then we'll face off against Tulsa and Missouri. And both of those games might be simmed a little bit. We'll see. Neither one of them are having great seasons, so I'm not too worried about playing those games, especially if we win against Florida, because we could potentially make it to the SEC championship game. As of right now, it's unlikely that we will, but it is still possible. Let me scroll down to this real quick. Georgia is currently 6-0, so they're likely going to make it. But Florida's 5-1. If we beat them, they'll be 5-2. Auburn, LSU, Oklahoma, the only other teams that'll probably be in the race for that. Potentially Bama, Texas A&M, Tennessee. The SEC is deep. We know it. You know it. I know it. But we'll have to see after this game. So we're not going to worry about recruiting too much for the rest of this episode. We pretty much got all the players we want, but we're going to go ahead and hop into this game, and then we're going to see how it goes for this one, and then we'll see what happens for the Tulsa and Missouri games. We're going to go ahead and return this kickoff. Probably should have just called for the fair catch. We're going to get out to the 18. If you guys could, please go ahead and like the video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave your comments about how you feel about this dynasty, but also how you feel about Arkansas in real life that lost to Oklahoma State, about football in general. The NFL is getting going this weekend. I'm actually watching a couple games as we're playing this right now. Hopefully that doesn't affect my performance. I'm going to go with a halfback slip screen here on our first play. I'm going to get a lot of pressure in the backfield, unable to complete the pass. Well, could have seen that one coming, couldn't you? Not the start we were looking for. Seems we do that quite often, honestly. Going to be a good stop here on first down, though. 2nd and 9 for the Gators. I mean, if we can hold them to at least just a field goal, that would be fantastic. But I would love to, maybe force a turnover here at some point. That'd be pretty cool, too. The Florida Gators, only 1 loss on the year, but still only 9th in the country. I guess they started off probably pretty low ranked, I would have to assume. We're sitting at 10th, just 1 spot behind them, but obviously with 2 more losses. Against pretty good teams, though. Oklahoma, Georgia, and Utah are all very good teams. Nearly a completion there, but we stopped them, and it will be 4th and 9. The field goal will be up, and it will be good. So a 3-point lead for the Gators early on after a big mistake by our quarterback, Juravicius, really by me. So that's perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and call the fair catch on this kickoff this time. Never easy going down to the swamp and getting a win. We're trying to run the ball a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and 4 already again. Not really loving what we're seeing here from the running game, at least. Looking for maybe Jordan Anthony on that corner route out there. It looks like he could be in man coverage, but he is certainly covered. He's going to hang on to that football, though. 28-yard completion. Read option here on 2nd and 4 with Juravicius and Rodney Hill. I didn't love what I saw from either option, to be honest. Just kept it because I saw too much pressure. Need a big play here. Looking for potentially Satania, or we could run it. Wow, Jordan Anthony is going to be almost in the end zone, down at the 1-yard line. And we're going to go ahead and run the read option yet again. What happens in the middle of the offensive line? Yeah, we'll just keep that. We'll punch it in at 7-3. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to bring a blitz off the edge with Tevis Metcalf. Not going to be needed. They're going to try to get the quick pass out to the outside, and we will get a stop for 3rd and 11. I'm going to switch to cover 3 here. I'm going to use her the linebacker, and I just had a feeling something like that was about to happen. Justin Logan is going to be tracked down by the quarterback, but not quite in time. 31-yard pick 6, and we will take a 14-3 lead. I mean, seriously, what are they doing? It's too easy to use or lurk those routes in the middle of the field. This game is getting out of hand very quickly. After our poor start, it's turned around very, very fast. Read option here again. Rodney Hill, nowhere to go this time. Tried to call an audible multiple times on 2nd down, but was unable to. I'm thinking about calling one again here, essentially running the ball, but we'll just go ahead and run the play. Jordan Anthony is going to be open right there. Our offensive line gives us plenty of time to make a decision. It's 21-3 in the first quarter over the Gators. Supposedly a top 10 team. Maybe I'm taking a little bit of my frustration out on the Gators here for that loss against the Cowboys yesterday, because man, oh man, did that game really piss me off. Well, a good stop behind the line there. It's going to be 3rd and 13. I guess it was a 1-yard gain. Florida offensively unable to get anything going so far. I'm going to guess that it is a pass play. Oh, great tackle there by Metcalf on the outside. 4th and 5. Going to be getting the ball back with an opportunity to score again. Play action on 1st down here. See if we can't catch them slipping. Looking for maybe Satania on this crossing route. We'll have to see what happens, though. Oh, they're in the backfield very quickly. Can we get it to Satania? We can. And the DB did not try to go for it. We get lucky. One last play in the first quarter. We're going to go with the power read up the middle. Juravicius has so much speed. He's able to get around the edge. Tries to juke back inside, but we will be down to the 16-yard line. Here at the end of the first quarter, it's 21-3 Razorbacks. 1st and 10 here. We're going to go with a run play to start off the quarter. Should have kept going outside. Rodney Hill inside zone, but we're going to bounce it out. Juke around one defender. Get down to the 2-yard line. Bringing the big boy in. Braylon Russell right up the middle. Does get tackled, but not before he gets in. 28-3 Razorbacks. And it's 28-3, and we only have like 150 yards of offense. It's not even like we're doing anything crazy. Getting a sack there. 1st down is turning into 2nd and 16. Brad Spence with the sack. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Another interception. We run a little clock down, but still trying to get the run game going, and we just can't. We're averaging like 2 yards a carry right now. And they know we're running the ball. They're blitzing almost every time. We've tried to run a couple screens, hasn't really worked. But we're going to get all the way down to the 2-minute warning here. Up 28-3 in the red zone, or almost in the red zone. We're going to be looking for Luke Has on this tight end crossing route if we can. He is open. Unfortunately has to go down, but makes the catch. And Juravicius will take a sack here on 2nd and goal. Being flushed out of the pocket, but we're going to... Oh, not going to find Desmond James. I thought it was a pretty good ball there for him to catch. I mean, it was a little low, but definitely catchable. We're going to go with play action here on 3rd and goal. See if we can't catch him slipping. We're going to be forced out yet again. I'm just going to throw this one away. Rodney Hill gets hurt on the play, and we will take a field goal. We'll be up, and it will be good. So a 28-point lead now for the Razorbacks. All right, we're going to go with cover 2 man here. 2nd and 5 for the Gators, crossing midfield already. Bringing this man back. They're going to throw it out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Guessing pass yet again. They're going to complete it and barely get the 1st down. Luckily, they don't get too many yards. Only 1 timeout remaining for the Gators, though. They have several players on the left side of the field, and they try to throw it to the right. And it is another interception and another pick 6. What is going on? Well, the Gators do get far enough down the field to get a field goal potentially here at the end of the first half. We're going to try to block it. We are unsuccessful, and they do barely make it. So it is going to be 38-6 here in this top 10 matchup in Gainesville. Wow. And then the Gators' first possession of the second half, they fumble. I really don't know, like, again, I'm going to show you guys that I'm playing on Heisman. Sometimes Heisman difficulty feels really, really easy, and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, the Gators are a good team, and we're beating the shit out of them, to be quite frank. If we can get a touchdown off this play action, that would be just kind of rude. But it looks like we're going to be able to. Isaiah Satania, 1 play, however many yards, 1 touchdown. We're going to go ahead and hop into the sim. And we'll just send it to the end of the game like we usually do. I mean, there's just no reason to keep playing. The Gators are getting dismantled at home in Gainesville. I mean, they're supposed to be the number 9 team in the country, and they are just getting manhandled. We don't score any more points after we hit the Super Sim, and they ended up scoring, I believe, 10 more. So they maybe could have won the game if we only simulated, but we didn't. Defensive touchdowns for Justin Logan and for Tevis Metcalf. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, we didn't even have to do anything. 269 yards of offense. Not a lot. I mean, Florida beat us in offense. They just couldn't stop turning the ball over. 5 interceptions. for their quarterback. He is a freshman, so I guess, maybe the lack of experience is what led to that, but they played terrible. Jurevicius was only 10 of 17, did throw the interception, but it ended up not hurting us too much, clearly. Rushing the ball, we weren't great. We barely averaged 3 yards a carry with Rodney Hill, not even 2 really with anybody else. Receiving-wise, we were obviously pretty decent, but Satania and Jordan Anthony with the touchdowns. And then defensively, that's where we shined. 2 interceptions for Justin Logan, 1 for Metcalf, 1 for Hawker, and 1 for Shaw. 2 defensive touchdowns, as always, going to be a recipe for success. So that does put us in a position to potentially make it to the conference championship game. As of right now, LSU only has 1 loss. So if they win out, we definitely will not make it to the conference championship. Not going to worry about it too much for now. We do move up into 5th in the national rankings, and we are indeed in the college football playoff bracket. Let's go ahead and check that out now just to see where we're at. So currently, they have us as the 7 seed, facing off against, of course, Oklahoma, a team that we lost to, just like last year, where they had us facing off against Notre Dame, who we ended up losing to twice in 1 season. So we don't want to see a duplication of that. Let's go ahead and hop into this Tulsa game. Let's win this one. Let's win against Missouri. Let's see if we make the college football playoff in the top 4 seeds. Since we get the ball first, we are going to go ahead and play this first drive, and then we'll probably sim after that, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Quarterback keeper on the first play could potentially go the distance. 1 more man to beat. Can't quite get around him, but a 50-yard gain on the first play for the quarterback. Then a little toss to Luke Haas on the second play. Unable to break that first tackle, but we're already down to the 10-yard line. And then a little RPO, and we'll get it to Jordan Anthony. So 3 plays, 77 yards, and it only took us about, 30 seconds maybe? So yeah, we'll go ahead and hop into the sim for this one. Tulsa already making a game of it, more than most teams have in the sim. But we're still leading 14-7, 21-7 now. Hoping to increase that lead before half. It doesn't look like we'll be able to. Tulsa's actually making a game of it. Much better than some of the SEC teams we've played against this season. 35-19, 49-19, 49-22 will be your final score. No reason for us to play that game, but it looks like we did perform well. The boys had a crazy game this time. 600+ yards of offense. Jurevicius, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. You love to see that. Rushing the ball, we had a pretty good game as well. Jurevicius obviously had the 1 big run for us. Rodney Hill did great, but Braylon Russell and Tim Cummings with the touchdowns. Looks like Braylon Russell might have picked up an injury as well, which is slightly concerning. Satania and Desmond James with the big games. But Jordan Anthony also had 2 touchdowns. Defensively, it looks like we were pretty good yet again. 6 tackles for loss, a few sacks. Only 1 interception this time, but it was, again, sophomore Eric Hawker, who's having himself a pretty good season. We get a commitment from right end Tony Vasquez. Hoover, Alabama is where he's coming from. Cole Joseph also commits. I believe Vasquez is the number 5 player in the country, so that is a fantastic pickup for us. And your Razorbacks are now 4th in the country, even with 3 losses, which is pretty incredible. I mean, they have us ranked ahead of Oklahoma and Georgia. Georgia lost to Oklahoma last week. I'm not sure how that works because we lost to both of those teams, so I think we should be behind them. Tennessee also ahead of us as well, so that's 4 SEC teams in the top 6, and then Florida sitting in 10th place as well, bouncing back with a big win over Auburn. But this last week will be extremely important for the SEC Conference Championship. LSU facing off against A&M, who is obviously pretty good, but not in the top 25 right now. We're going to be facing off against the Missouri Tigers, having an okay season, but not as good as they would want it to be. I'm expecting us to get another easy victory in this game as well, but unfortunately, never an easy task playing a rival. So let's go ahead and hop into this one as well. The 5-6 Missouri Tigers taking on the 8-3 Arkansas Razorbacks, 4th ranked. I think if we lose this game, they might kick us out of the college football playoffs, so it's still crucial to get a win here. Last year, we beat them 34-15 in this game. The all-time leader in this series, though, is Missouri Tigers, which is unfortunate. Obviously, Arkansas fans will not love that. We're going to run a fade route here with Desmond James. I will be looking for him, but man, it might not work out. We are in a lot of trouble. We're going to escape. The linebacker's not running after us, and we will pick up a massive first down with Jurevicius. Luke Haas with a big gain on the second play, 23 yards. Want to get Luke Haas involved for sure. Got a lot going on this play. It's 3rd and 3, so I would love to convert the first down. Luke Has is not in. We got Shamar Easter over here, who will get the reception, not interception, and we'll pick up the first. First and goal from the 3-yard line here. We've got Braylon Russell in running an outside zone. I think we'll be fine if we just cut it back upfield. Wow, that is a massive tackle. Play action. Nobody really open. Gonna try to take it with Juravicious, and we will be stopped at the 1-yard line. They're not loading the box up this time, which is surprising with those 2 safeties back there. And we will just jump over the defensive line with Rodney Hill for the first score of the game. Missouri 5-6, trying to fight to make it to a bowl game at some point. But not sure if they're going to be able to with us standing in their way. They're fighting very well, though, here on offense. We've gotten them into some sticky situations a couple times, and they've been able to get out of it, just like they do there. So 1st and 10 now from our 35-yard line. They'll stick to the ground game, but only pick up 1. Screenplay. Oh, it's nearly broken up, but they will break the tackle and get the first. 3rd and 8 from the 19-yard line now would be massive to stop them for just a field goal or less. But a touchdown is what they will get instead. Great throw. Jordan Anthony, wide open. You can probably hear my dog in the background barking. He's excited for that throw. 80 yards or 75 yards to Jordan Anthony, first play of the drive. We're back in the lead. Mizzou unable to do much on the ground so far. It's been all through the air. Unable to do anything there, though. 3rd and 12. Love a stop here. Would love a stop here, but those routes across the middle have been what they've been aiming for. Another great throw there. 3rd and 4 now. Need a stop. That's going to be a fantastic stop. Jaheim Singletary with yet another interception on the season. And it looks like potentially another pick 6. He's been pretty good at that. They say defense wins championships, and they may be correct. That'll be the end of the first quarter. 21-7, Razorbacks over the Tigers. This game is starting to feel weird. And I'm talking about college football 25, just in general. Like, if you don't throw interceptions, you're probably going to score. And the other team is likely to throw interceptions several times throughout the game. And it's just wild. I mean, you don't even have to do anything. Your defenders will intercept the football. 21-7 for the Razorbacks. Again, it's another one of those games where if it gets out of hand, we might just simulate the rest. But maybe Missouri will make a game of it. We'll see. Can we make this tackle? 3rd and 8. We'll turn to 4th and 7. And it looks like Missouri will kick it off back to us. Their defense is stopping us on these first 2 plays, though. Juravicious, yeah, we've got room to run. We've got a decent block out there. If he could have held it for a second, that would have been nice. But we'll take the first. And we'll take whatever they give us. Great screenplay there. We've got the blockers on the left side to match up to their defense. If we can just get a couple blocks, we'll get out to the outside. Cut it up field, and we'll pick up 15. And then we'll throw an interception to give Missouri a chance to get back in the ball game. No reason for us to run that play right there. Now they're really making us pay for it. Jalen Braxton gonna make that tackle, and they will be down at the 1, giving us an opportunity to stop them. The quarterback has honestly been pretty good, all things considered. 1st and goal from the 1. We bring the blitz, but it's on the wrong side. And they'll get back in this ball game, 21-14. 3rd and 15. I was going to run a halfback screen, but honestly, I don't love that. We'll go with the play action, even though we're not really going to fool them. And we're going to have to scramble with Juravicious. A lot going on there. It'll be 4th and 18. We'll punt it back to them. And they will get a good return back to the 35-yard line. We need to do our best to contain them. Quarterback keeper on the first play. We'll sack him for a 1-yard loss. Wow. I mean, these balls across the middle are perfect. We might have to start running man coverage. You guys know how I feel about man coverage, but I don't know what other option we have at this point. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. And that one's on me. Perfect. Man coverage it is. We need to stop messing around. This game is still very important. Do not want to lose this one. Don't love the routes, but I see Jordan Anthony over there wide open, and we will get past midfield on that play. Could have multiple options on this one. C.J. Brown. Where's that cross Johnson? Across the middle for 8 yards. And we'll run the empty set yet again. We had cross Johnson early, but that's going to be yet another interception for Juravicius. We were too late throwing the ball that time. 1.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Missouri could take the lead. His quarterback is slicing and dicing us up. He's got like 250 yards passing, I think, is what it said. Already just this game. There is no shot that we don't break that pass up. Wow, they dump it off underneath. I mean, we're guessing pass all the way. It's going to be 3rd and 3. They're not taking a timeout, it doesn't look like, so the clock will continue to run. Still going to guess pass, obviously. And we force the incompletion. They're going to go for it, though, on 4th and 3 from the 36. Might as well. We're still guessing pass, but they're still completing it. 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to run hurry up. We're going to bring a blitz on this play. Bringing the blitz off the edge. And we do force the incompletion, luckily. Oh, we were with that receiver the whole time, but he dropped it. 3rd and 10. We love to see it. 3rd and 10. We need to stop. We need to stop. Oh, we couldn't get there. Oh, man, I thought it was going to be an out route to the corner, and it was across the middle. Great route, great throw. We nearly got to it. That just means we need to come down and score ourselves. Wasting a little bit of clock here. Probably should have just fair caught that one. Tanya can't hear my hot route call. We're going to look for Cross Johnson. Up the middle. The players need to get onto the line real quick. No huddle. At this time, we have nowhere to go. 2nd and 25. We're not even going to have time for the players to get back to the line of scrimmage. There it is. Into the first half was not great. Yeah, I mean, look at that. They already have 308 passing yards. I mean, we have been unable to stop anything across the middle. Oh, we get lucky. We get so lucky. Missouri was driving, and they were throwing it all over the field. Jaheim Singletary, with his 2nd interception of the game, gives us life here at the beginning of this second half. And hopefully we can use it to our advantage. Luke has... Man coverage has been tough for us today. A couple of first downs puts us to midfield, and we are in a good spot. We're going to go with the same play that got us a touchdown earlier. Don't know if it's going to get us the same result this time. Trying to get away from the pressure, and we are unable to. Cross Johnson. That is a fantastic route and gets us 25 yards, gets us the first down. We'll get it to him, and we, of course, cannot get the block. Luke has just ran right past the defender we needed him to block. Don't know if we'll have time to wait on the route from Desmond James, to be honest. We got Rodney Hill short. Stay in bounds. Juke move sort of works out. It'll be 4th and 4 from the 33. And against my better judgment, we're going to go for it. I'm trying to call a hot route for Jordan Anthony. It should not take 3 times. I mean, I get the stadium pulse is high, but it's Missouri. Braylon Russell across the middle, first down. Great ball. Cross Johnson, touchdown. The safety was right there and did not look at the ball at all. So I thought we were going to throw yet another pick, but we will take the lead gladly. Or I guess not the lead. We're going to tie it up. Thought they kicked the field goal for some reason. 2 run plays from them on their first 2 plays of the drive is just uncharacteristic, to say the least. It's going to be 3rd and 6. We just need 1 stop. And we can't get it. Those small post routes have been killing us. I don't know how our defense has not adjusted to it. Quarterback keeper to the 1-yard line. I have a feeling this is going to be a touchdown. Just, you know, just a hunch. We're actually going to bring a blitz here because might as well. Got Big Jeff Rard in the middle. Oh, the quarterback keeps it and gets sacked for a 7-yard loss. Now it's 3rd and goal. Screenplay is not what I would have gone with. We stopped them to 4th and goal from the 6. They'll settle for the field goal. And we get called for running into the kicker. 1st and goal. We go at it again. I mean, it's always something with this team, I swear. Quarterback keeps it. The safety is literally not moving. They've got to fix this game. Luke has open on the first play of the drive, taking it downfield as well. About a 40-yard gain on that play. We're going to show him a little play action on this one. Desmond James could be open. Isn't really open. Double coverage, and will come down with it. 2 plays, 80 yards on that drive. So at the start of the fourth quarter, it will be 35-35. And great first play for them. Picking up the first down, getting out near midfield. Marvin Daly with 11 catches and 154 receiving yards today. Well over 400 for the quarterback, Sam Horn. 3rd and 7 at midfield. I'm looking for the ball over the middle. At some point, it will be there. And of course, they run 2 over the middle routes, and they throw the short one. Other linebacker, nowhere to be found. What? Oh, that should have been a pick. It also should have just been a first down probably for them, but a pick would have been way better for us, obviously. We're going to guess pass. Everyone, expect the pass. 3rd and 13. Got the middle covered, sort of. We finally get a sack. We have needed that all game long. Tim Kovac with the first sack of the game. Well, not first sack of the game for us, but a really needed sack. 4th and 22, they'll get it back to us. The stadium not rocking quite as much, but it's going to be 2nd and 8 now. Need to see a big play here. Rodney Hill, great block. Not sure who that was. 73, I believe that's Addison Nichols, the center. We needed that one. Another great block. Another great block. Braylon Russell, first down. Lots of second-level blocks on this drive. Another first. All right, well, they've officially put us into a tough spot now. 3rd and 9. Don't really love the play calls I'm seeing here. We're going to have Jordan Anthony across the middle, though. That I definitely love. Everyone else is kind of a tough spot, but we're going to find Jordan Anthony. No, we're not. We're going to have to go for the field goal, which, of course, is never going to be easy, but it looks like it'll be up, and it will be good. 38-35 is not the position I want to be in. They'll start on their own 14. We're running cover 3 buzz match, so that's going to work out well for us. A 1-yard loss on their first play. And they'll just throw it out of bounds on 2nd down. So 3rd and 11. This play is massive, and that is exactly what we needed. Bradley Shaw with the interception. Not going to get the pick 6, but a user lurk. The user. They're vicious. Keeping this one. We will go for the slide. We'll take 8 yards every time. 2-minute warning, though. Gives them an extra timeout. Braylon Russell just right up the middle. First down. And we really need a touchdown here. A field goal will not really help us out. We're going to try to run the ball again. Going to pick up a few, but we're only back to the 8-yard line, which means we will have to throw the ball here on 3rd and goal. And we will have to look for the end zone. Oh, that was dangerous. But we'll take the 3 yet again. Only a 6-point lead. That makes me extremely nervous. All right, so 2 good plays to start off this drive. They will be getting first downs on both of them. So, hell yeah. 1.5 minutes remaining. The clock is just going. Oh, we're going to get a big sack there. Great sack. Charlie Collins with an injury. Don't love that. Going to continue to guess pass. Going to continue to give up yards. I mean, Jalen Braxton could at least follow that receiver. What are they doing? Jaheim Singletary with another interception. That is 3 picks for him on the day, and we will just kneel this one out. He gives us a break. We easily could have lost this game if it wasn't for all the interceptions. I mean, I guess you can say the same for both sides, that we would have easily won the game if we didn't throw as many interceptions. But nonetheless, we get up our 8th series win here against Missouri. We're closing the gap on them in the series, and it's much in part thanks to Jaheim Singletary. 3 interceptions, one of them for a pick 6. Honestly, a pretty evenly matched game, I guess, not rushing-wise, because they only had 7 yards rushing, but they did have a lot passing. 496 passing yards. Let's take a look at their quarterback. He did throw 14 incompletions, a good portion of them interceptions, of course. Running the ball, they had no chance getting past our defensive line. We had a great game as far as that goes, but they had 2 players with almost 170 receiving yards, which you don't love to see. Jared Vicious only threw 2 picks. Could have been a little bit worse, honestly. There was a couple times where I thought we were going to throw picks, and we didn't. 367 yards for 3 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, we were all right. Braylon Russell, honestly, was really good. Rodney Hill was really good, too. Vicious just wasn't great, I'm sure, due to some sacks. Receiving-wise, Cross Johnson had a breakout game, as well as Desmond James and Jordan Anthony. And then again, the name of the game was defense. Few sacks for us, several tackles for loss. I mean, I don't even know, probably 15 or so tackles for loss. And then 3 picks, and then 1 pick for Bradley Shaw as well. And now we're going to go ahead and advance the week and find out whether or not we are in our conference championship game, probably facing off against the Georgia Bulldogs. We also find that Jaheim Singletary gets a Defensive Player of the Week award, much deserved. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the conference standings real quick. We do actually drop down to the number 5 spot in the rankings, and we do not make our conference championship. LSU goes 7-1, so they will be facing the Bulldogs, which honestly isn't too bad for us. I mean, it just means we're going to be well rested for the college football playoff, which we should certainly be in. I mean, as of right now, we are the 7 seed facing off against Alabama. So we do find out that our contract gets extended, so that's nice. We'll go ahead and sign that. We've obviously taken this team to great heights since we started, 10-4, 10-4, and then now we're 9-3. Hopefully not going to end up 10-4 yet again. I think if we win all 4 games, we'd be 13-3, so that's what we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and skip past conference championship week as well, since we are not in it. This will likely be the end of the episode. We're not going to play the first game in the college football playoff. Looks like Georgia just beat out LSU 24-22 in our conference championship. Oregon beats Nebraska. Clemson beats North Carolina. UAB beats Tulane, which means UAB is probably going to be in the college football playoff. Ohio beats Ball State. They might not make it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We'll advance the week one more time just to see for sure who is our opponent. I feel like we're kind of getting hard done by having the 7th best or the 7 seed in the college football playoff, if that is indeed where they put us. The Heisman Trophy is going to be won by Lenoris Sellers, who I believe starts off at South Carolina. 58 passing touchdowns with over 4,000 passing yards. A very good quarterback. Brad Spence is going to be winning the Best Defensive Player Award for 29 tackles, a forced fumble, and 16 tackles for loss. Not sure if he necessarily deserves it. I feel like he might not be quite as good as some of the other players we have. Best DB is going to be Tevis Metcalf for 2 years running, freshman year and sophomore year. If that was real life, he would be leaving for the pros more than likely. And we are going to be facing the Ohio Bobcats in our first game, meaning that we have what I would say is an easier matchup. Let's go ahead and take a look at just what overall they are. Can't be very high. 78 overall is tough. So we should win that game pretty easily. We missed out on the Best Linebacker Award with Brad Spence, Bradley Shaw, and Justin Logan to Sammy Brown, but the other 3 were in the top 5. Missed out on the Best Center Award as well. A couple others we were also close. Cross Johnson was the 2nd best returner. And we do not end up with any first team or second team All-Americans yet again, even though we had multiple award winners. So you would assume that would give them those spots, but it doesn't. We do have some players on the first team All-SEC. Charlie Collins actually is the only one. Second team All-SEC is Rodney Hill, and he is also the only player. We'll take a look at the season stats just real quick and scroll through them. Vicious had a pretty solid year, to be fair, especially as a freshman quarterback. Picked it up on the ground as well, which was very nice to see. Jordan Anthony, best receiver, 2 years running. And then Isaiah Satania right there behind him. Desmond James actually had a pretty good year as well. Didn't get the ball to Luke Has as much as we wanted. Not even close, to be honest with you. We were pretty good offensively as far as blocking goes. Not a whole lot of sacks given up. And then defensively, again, Jaheim Singletary didn't win any awards. And I feel like he should have. I mean, I feel like he was honestly probably better than Tevis Metcalf, but Metcalf obviously had a lot more tackles, so I can understand why they would give it to him instead. Brad Spence with 13 sacks. So that may be why he got several awards, because that is an insane amount of sacks. We also ended up with 6 defensive touchdowns this season, several of them coming in this episode, where we went 3-0, and we have officially made it to the college football playoff. We will take a look at the bracket real quick to end off the episode. UAB in the 4 seed, and Ohio in the 11. one, two, three, four, five, six SEC teams make it to the college football playoff. Georgia, Oklahoma, Bama, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Florida all making it. So that's the kind of competition we had to come up against, but we'll see how that goes. We would be facing Georgia in the second round if we beat Ohio, which we will definitely beat Ohio. So we will rematch Georgia, hopefully, in the next episode, and hopefully get past Ohio as well. If we don't, I will be very, very upset. So hope to see you guys in that episode. Please be sure to like this video, like that video, like all of the videos prior. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please leave your comments about how you feel about the Razorbacks in real life and in this dynasty. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.